Sky Podcast, and today we have SuprxmeBG, up and coming rapper from Texas. Introduce yourself a little bit, man. What are you about?
Hi, I'm Isaac. You can call me Isaac, but more people know me as SuprxmeBG, I guess, on socials and through the music. You got it right. I'm from Texas. And before we go any further, I want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity. It means a lot, man.
No, man, thank you for coming on, man. It's awesome to talk to a very unique artist, to say the least.
Appreciate you.
Now let's start off light, just kind of getting to know you. How old are you?
I'm 16. I'll be 17 in May.
Okay. And how long have you been doing this kind of like rap stuff?
Well, yeah, music, yeah. Rap. I guess it was whatever. Well, I would say literally all my life, because both of my parents were sort of musicians, and they were really big into music. And I mean, not really big, but they fucked with music a lot, and that was basically what they surrounded themselves with. But I guess I didn't start completely creating seriously until around July of last year, 2018.
Okay. So what kind of music did your parents introduce you to? Like, what kind of music did they fuck with or like create?
My mom, she would do karaoke gigs, and she would sing country music at bars and at radio stations and shit. And she basically did that, and I had nowhere else to go because like I was living with her, and so I would just go there, and sometimes she would bring me on stage and let me sit with her and do all that type of shit. It was fun, but she stopped doing that once like she sort of fell out. But my dad, he was a producer in Dallas, and he had such a versatile mind. He either was doing some EDM shit, some like super electro Skrillex type shit, or some gospel, like Christian gospel, or even some hard rock. He was the one that generally introduced me to some metal bands from his time.
Okay, what bands were those?
People like Slipknot. Definitely Slipknot. He was a huge fan of Slipknot. I think I still have a shirt from back in the day. Not really Nirvana. I mean, he used to like enlighten me about Nirvana, just telling me like about Kurt Cobain and all that shit, but I didn't really ever really get into it with the music. Misfits. Definitely the Misfits. Just shit like that.
Okay. So,
yeah.
How would you like describe your childhood, and like other than your parents like influence on music, what really pushed you to start making music for yourself?
Generally feeling compressed and feeling as if I had nowhere else to go and no way to express anything that I had, and also sort of the feeling of belonging. Like I felt like if I started putting these thoughts and these feelings into the music, then maybe I would gain a following, and maybe these people would listen to me and be my friend, which is like something I never really experienced. And as that started to grow, it sort of pushed me more and more to keep creating and to keep building this bond with the people that listen to it. And I mean, in the beginning, I'm not gonna lie, when I first sat down, I was like, okay, here I am. I have my school computer. I'm going to make this rap song, and it's going to blow up, and people are going to love me, and I'm going to say I was inspired by Tupac. And like, since then, you don't even understand, man. I look at myself and I'm like, you're a clown, dude. Like.
And this was only July of last year?
Yeah. A lot's changed since then.
See, you had I guess you got over the problem that a lot of people can never get over, and that's, not being overnight success, because everybody thinks,
Yeah.
I'm going to do this,
or
I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to be real successful afterwards. And it's just not like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a common misconception, because people look at, let's say, people like that are coming out right now. Have you heard of Jumex or Humex?
Yeah.
Dude, they literally blew up in a couple of days. That's why people are thinking the way they're thinking. They're thinking that, all right, I'm going to come out with a hit and it's going to blow up overnight, and I'm going to be this next super rapper that's going to inspire millions. But I mean, people don't understand that there's so many kids every day that decide that they're going to be a musician. And all these different kids are trying to make it at the same time. Like, not everyone's going to do it. People have to realize that only the people that are dedicated and the people that are just filled with creative energy are the only people that are going to make it, not the people that expect overnight success.
Yeah.
And it's just, I mean, I did it too. Like I said, like I came and I wrote a rap in my closet, and like I spent like all day writing a rap in my closet, thinking that this one's going to be the one that blows me up. I'm going to get huge off of this. And then I recorded it, and it sounded, all right. I recorded with Samsung Galaxy S5, a cracked Samsung phone, and I imported it into Audacity, and it took me about 10 seconds because I didn't know what I was doing, and I just thought that was going to blow me up.
Did it blow you up?
Fuck no.
You used to have it posted? Did you delete it?
No. Well, okay. In July is when I got serious. This point that I'm talking about right now was probably earlier in the summer.
Okay.
In about May, I guess. Yeah, May, because I got the computer for school for my birthday. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to make music with this. And so that was about May. But I took a break because I realized that it wasn't doing so good. And that's sort of when I had this awakening that like I felt like it wasn't meant for me, and I felt like none of this was gonna work, and it felt like everything was just like, because I looked at other people succeeding, and I looked at other people doing what they love, and which was the music shit, and I was like, wait, they're doing it, why can't I do it? And I sort of got really down upon myself, and I was just really stumped, and I didn't have anywhere to go, and so I took a break, and that's when I came stronger back in July, and I don't know I don't know who listens to this, but I'll still tell you, I got they call it cracked version of FL Studio. It's just like this basically stolen
pirated
software. Yeah. And I eventually told myself that I'm going to be myself. I'm going to do what I'm going to do. I'm not even going to try to rap. I'm just going to basically put all of my feelings and these bottled emotions and everything into the music. And if people like it, then like power to them. I appreciate you. And people don't like it, and fuck them. And that's basically where I've been since then. And it's just like, at that time, I was just, I don't know, like I said, I was really down and I didn't know how to come back up. And this was about the time when XXX passed. And so I was like, he's gone. Like, what am I gonna, like, where's all the, like, cause we both can agree, like, everyone coming up now is at least in one way, like, inspired by him.
Oh, yeah. A majority of the people, if you watch my episodes, they'll always, like, 9 times out of 10, they'll say X. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
He touched so many people.
Exactly. And that's, like I said, when I came in originally, I was like I said, I'm gonna be this rapper that says inspired by Tupac and all this shit, because I wanted to be like everyone else. I wanted to be the rapper that everybody's gonna like, and I'm gonna do all this shit. But I eventually realized that's not me. Like, that's not what I have to do. I can't be like X. I can't be like motherfucking Lil whoever. I can't be like that. I have to be like Isaac. I have to be like SuprxmeBG. I have to be myself. And so, like I said, I just got down, basically escaped from the internet just for a couple of days, and I created 13, maybe 14 if you want to count it, 14 songs just solely off of me. It was all produced by me, engineered by me. Everything was me. And I didn't know how to do any of this. So, like, the beats were simple. Everything was simple, but it was me. Like, nothing inspired me, nothing at all. And so I was doing it all myself. And the one I put out was called Testing 1 2 3. It makes me cringe because that's so weird. But I put it out, and it like got like 700, 800 plays in the first day. Damn. And I was like, yo, like, damn, like this, okay. But it was so bad. Like, I looked at it and I was like, no, I have to delete this because it was horrible. But it was me, and people were actually liking it a little bit. And so I deleted that. And if you can find it by now, like, good luck finding it. I mean, I know where it's at. I hid it somewhere just in case I had to ever find it. But if you can find that song, you can slap the fuck out of me.
Now, earlier you mentioned a thing about what drove your inspiration to make your own music is you being compressed. That fascinates me. Like, what do you mean by that? Just feeling compressed.
Well, when I say compressed, I mean not physically, because like I'm
Yeah.
cool, like I'm all right. I meant emotionally and spiritually, and I just felt like I was put into a box and I couldn't escape the box because I was just surrounded by these people, and I was in this environment that didn't allow me to be myself and didn't allow me to express myself in the ways that I wanted to express myself. And I was just going through so much at the time, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. Like I was failing my classes. I was just sitting around not doing anything, and I just had no outlet. I had nothing. Like, I had no one. I was just sitting here alone, and I had nothing to do. So I needed a way to express myself, and this was it.
Now, what kind of environment would you say, like, give me some examples of things that would kind of bring down your, like, creativity in the environment that you were in that compressed you?
Well, when I tell you environment, I mean I guess my family, I guess, even though like the people I live with, they're my stepdad's family, and they're all like full grown Mexicans, Hispanics, and they saw me as an outsider because my mom's white, and so they just saw me as the gringo, the dude that has to just live with them. Like, they treated me as if I was an alien, like an outsider. And so you said sometimes they would bring down my creativity. Let's say I would, like, they'd hear me listen to music, because like I would just have like these fucking Android headphones that you can hear music coming out of them. So like, we're going to school and I'm listening to music, and they yank the headphones out of my ear and say, "Shut that nigger music off." And I hate to say that. I hate to say it that way, but that's like words came from their mouth, like telling me
It's horrible.
that what I was doing wasn't right, because they didn't accept it. Meaning, if I wasn't conforming to the way they wanted me to be, then I was wrong. And if I wasn't following their rules, and if I wasn't being like them, then I'm wrong. And I hated that so much that I just eventually shut down. And I was like, okay, I won't do anything. Because maybe if I don't do anything, then I can't possibly be wrong, you know? And so that's what I did. I just was alone by myself. And like, it got really, really dark sometimes. And like, I've still got scars all over my body, my arms, my legs, my chest, my neck, everything. Just from those times when I just was alone and I couldn't do anything. And I was just compressed, and I had nobody to talk to. Parents weren't around. I had no friends. I just was down. Like,
Damn.
shit sucked.
Are you out? You're out of that situation now, right?
Definitely. I'm out of it. Yeah.
That's
I mean,
good.
I live with the same people. I live with the same people. Don't get me wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I don't want to say manipulated them, but I have, because I've basically like put a wall mentally between me and them. Meaning, if they come to me on some hateful shit or any type of negative energy, I just flip it, and I'm like let's say it's some like small shit, like I left a cup in my room, and they come in here, they're like, "What the fuck's this cup doing in your goddamn room?" I'll say, like, what? Like, I don't know. I was drinking water. Sorry. Like, I don't pay mind to it. I just don't let shit hit me like it used to. Yeah.
I feel that. Like, how I think of it, I like to put a lot of things in metaphors. It's like, because I can relate to you a little bit in some ways, as far as like people trying to drag you down. I'm sure anybody can, but I like to think of it as like, you're on a road and you're in your own lane, and then someone tries to go in your lane, you can choose to hit them, or you can choose to get over. You know what I mean? So that's just kind of how I.
Exactly. Yes.
And being non-confrontational, like a lot of people, you know, especially younger people, think that being non-confrontational is like being a pussy or like something, but it's not. Like, it's not. Like, you don't gotta fight or like even use your words. Like, you can just fuck it. At the end of the day, what does that shit really matter?
Exactly, bro. And that's like early. I don't want to say career, but earlier in this, I guess I guess I can say career because it's what I want to do. So all right, I'm gonna say earlier in the career, that's what I would preach because I was still sort of going through that. I would preach to them, don't let anyone get in your way, because in the end, you are going, like, if let's say you want to be like a marathon runner or something. Let's say you're a marathon runner and that's your dream. You've always wanted to be a marathon runner. You've trained every single day to be a marathon runner, but your family hates it. So they're going to do whatever they want whatever they can to get in the middle of the road, to be a roadblock, to be a fallen tree in the road. They're going to do whatever they can to get in front of you. Are you going to run through them, or are you going to run around them? Running around them takes longer, but it's going to be safer. But running through them gets you straight to the goal. And that's basically what I would tell people. I would be like, if someone tries to stop you, tell them fuck you and keep going. Because in the end, when you succeed and you shit on them, you can look them in their face and say, I succeeded and I got past you. And that's going to be the best feeling that you've ever felt in your life. When you can tell the people that wanted to stop you that you've made it. I haven't done it yet, but I can imagine that's one of the best feelings that you can get.
I definitely like the analogy of the road running and like how like it would take longer. But another thing that was interesting to me, you said you've only been like doing it seriously since July, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
how did you amass like the really active, like loyal fan base that you have on social media? Was that before you started making music, or has that just came with your music?
That's came really fast actually. The music I wanted to basically put my bottled feelings and like I said, when I was compressed, I wanted to just let everything out into the music. And I would sort of reach out to people that felt the same way. And in the music, they would feel their feelings, which is basically a relativity factor. They would feel themselves within the music. So if, like, I've got this song right now out on SoundCloud called Don't Hurt Me. I mean, you can't hurt me, I'm numb. And that song starts off, I fucking hate who I am. Look at myself, I'm like, damn, who are you? Who've you become? I come out, thought I don't feel shit, I'm numb. School got me thinking I'm dumb. This does the end ever come? And that song, so many people told me that they felt that because, like, I know that people feel that. Like, people get up and, like, if something's going wrong in their life, they just get up and they're like, when does it end? Like, does the end ever come? And, like, people feel it. Like you said, how has it grown so fast is because people feel me. Like, people see me as their friend rather than this rapper that they can look up to. And that's what I love. I love that shit with my people because, and I'm not going to say like supporters or family or fan base because people are doing that. Like, everyone wants to say that they're family. Everyone wants to say supporters. I'm just going to say my people because they're my people. And like I said, I love that with my people when I feel that they're connected with me as if they're my friend. And that's how it's been ever since the beginning, ever since I had 200 followers on Instagram and I was posting SoundCloud screenshots like, yo, please go fuck with this link in bio type shit. And ever since then, I've always had this friendship with them. And now I've got 10,000. Like,
that's crazy.
10,000. Yeah. And coming in this year in January, I had 4,000. And what that means to me is that from all the time from June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, that's 6 or 7 months. And I accumulated 4,000. But in these first 3 months, no, April. 4 months of this year, I've gotten up to 10,000. That tells me that shit's crazy. And that if you stay true and if you stay genuine, that shit can work for you. And like, even whether it be 10,000, 50,000, 100,000, or even 1,000,000, I'm still going to strive to keep that relationship with them, you know? Cause
1,000,000.
yes.
No even.
Yeah. No matter what happens. Hold on. Yeah. No matter what happens, if, let's say I get in a car wreck, like, I'm not gonna wait, I hope it doesn't happen, but let's say I get in a car wreck and like people feel bad, they're sorry and shit. I'm gonna try to shut that down and be like, no, I hope you're doing good. Because I want to show them that even if I do make it, and even if I do come out and be this super, whatever you want to call me, I'm still going to put them before myself. And that's the way it's been this entire time. And because they're literally there trying to help me support myself. Because if you think about it, all of these rappers out right now and these musicians and self-proclaimed artists, they're nothing without their fans. They say, like, if all of their fans disappeared, they wouldn't have a living. They wouldn't have a home. Like, they can't pay water, electric bill. They can't do any of that shit without their fans. And they don't even tell their fans that they appreciate them once. Like, how fucked up is that? Like, I'm not even getting super big bank off of this shit. And I'm still telling them how much I appreciate them, because that's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to appreciate the people that appreciate you. And that's what I tell them. Like, as a group, like, as the following that they are, they still support me. And I have to support them in every way because they support me. And that's the same thing as like the golden rule: respect. Treat others how you want to be treated. And if I treat them like shit, obviously they're going to treat me like shit. So if I look at them and I'm like, you guys are the best, you guys, like I tell them, you guys are all beautiful. I believe in all of you. You guys can do some humongous shit. And like, I would hope that they treat me that way. You know, and it'd be pretty fucked up if they don't.
I mean, yeah, you do got them, like, you know, being real active on your stuff. So you know they would, man. They care about you. Like, I can tell. Like, I went through your profile and just to see how like it's grown and like your image and everything has changed. It's fucking dope. And by the way, like you were talking about that song, I can't remember off the top of my head, but that snippet that you posted, it's fucking fire. Like,
recently?
Seriously. What?
The most recent one?
Yeah.
Thank you, bro. That's dropping Friday. It's
Like,
called Tomino's Hell. Have you heard about that? Tomino's Hell?
no. What's that?
It's a poem, like a super ancient poem, I guess, that was written by Tomino. And I guess the what is it? The stigma, the legend around it is that if you read the poem, you'll commit suicide. And like, I went on live before and I read that bitch like 9 times to be like, fuck Tomino's Hell. Like, this shit don't happen. It's like, it's basically become a meme by now.
Like Bloody Mary type shit.
Yeah. Not like a huge meme though. Like just with my people. And so I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna call this song Tomino's Hell. But I mean, I guess if it does get bigger, I'm gonna call it Go to Sleep, because it's I guess relative to the song. But thank you. I appreciate you that you like it. It means a lot, because I didn't know if you were gonna like that.
Like,
yeah.
I'm not like, so I feel like sometimes when I like, because sometimes I like shout out somebody's song, like a more underground song on my story.
Yeah.
I feel like some people that are watching my shit be like, why is he dick riding? But it's not like that. It's like, if I like something, I'm gonna be blunt about it. Like, I'm gonna be out there about it. Because I hate it. I hate it when someone will like something but not like show the whole world, because they want it. They want that to be about them, if you know what I mean. Like,
yeah, like let's say you found a new artist or rapper, whoever it may be, and you don't want to expose them to the world because you found them first.
Yeah,
so
you don't want your friends sitting there listening to them. Yeah, I hate that shit. I hate that fucking shit.
Yeah, I mean, of course I hate it, because I don't want people to do it to me. Like, if you found me, tell all your friends. I'm like, please.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I actually sent that snippet to one of my friends, and he fucked with it. He actually liked it a lot.
Yeah, bro. Thank you. That song is actually. Have you heard of Teen Suicide?
No. What's that?
It's a band. well, I guess it's a band. It started off with a couple people, but I guess it's a band. They everything, like, they're on all major like platforms, but everything they do is super super raw, like not even studio recorded, and it sounds beautiful. I definitely recommend, like, if to you and to the listeners, Teen Suicide, like, look them up. They're pretty dark, but like I fuck with it, like, cause just the rawness and the genuine energy of the music is just amazing, and they inspired me a lot with that song. So give it what is it? Give it a listen. Yeah,
Give it a listen.
Yeah, give it a listen.
What'd you say it was called again?
Teen Suicide.
Teen Suicide. Okay, I got you.
Teen, like as in teenager.
Let's move on.
Let's do it.
What are your aspirations? Like, where do you want to take this? Where do you want to be in a year, 5 years? Like, what are your milestones?
All right, I'm gonna be straight up with you. I don't like to think of the future, and that's really ignorant. Like, that's really, really, really ignorant of me to say. And I mean, I don't like to think of the future. I mean, years ahead, I hate thinking about that, because the way I look at it is, the future's never promised. You know, like, anything can happen. The future's never promised. So I don't like to really plan for the future, which is really bad about me. Like, it's always been bad, like in relationships, family, financials, like it's always been bad. But like, I think about it because when I was younger, my stepdad used to always like get so angry at me because I would never save money. And I do for specific things. Like right now I'm saving up for South by Southwest next year because I want to perform at South by Southwest. But like, I've never really been into investing and into planning, I guess, just because I don't believe that the future is promised. Because as we've seen lately, like, people get their lives taken from in an instant. So like, think about it. They had years and years and years of things ahead of them, and who knows how much they planned. Like, people die all the time, and like, people get thrown in jail all the time, and get their lives stripped from them. And it's just like, what for? Because they planned 5 years ahead, 10 years ahead, and now all that's taken from them. So I just look at myself as if, what if that was me? Like, what if I'm the next person that gets their life taken away from them? So I don't really. All right, for respect towards you, I'll say life doesn't get taken away. Life does go perfect. Things go my way. I hope in 5 years, I hope to be, 5 years, that's big. 5 years, I hope to be one of the biggest musicians there is. And I mean in total musicians, like not just like when you introduced me, you said rapper, like not just in the rap genre, but I mean like in total. And definitely one of the most people, well, in 5 years, I hope to also be, I guess, an activist towards people that have been in my situation and people that have gone through things I've gone through, just like helping them out and shit like that.
Kind of for people who have had like their ideas suppressed in their.
Not only that, but like people, like abuse victims, because you know, like, shit happens all the time, like I said, and I don't mean like domestic abuse, like guys beating on their girlfriend, because I haven't been through that, but I mean like emotional abuse, people that have been depressed or people that have attempted suicide, shit like that. I want to basically raise awareness towards that and let people know that happens, and we need to stop acting like the world is full of sunshine and rainbows and making people believe that, like I said, you can come up overnight and that everything's easy. I want to get out there and have hundreds of thousands of followers that listen to me and that will spread my message, you know?
I think it's funny because earlier we were talking about the same thing. You mentioned Jim X, or however the fuck you say it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure he's an industry plug.
An industry plant?
Yeah.
Yeah.
100% sure, like, that's what he is. And the funny thing about a lot of industry plants like Icy Narco
Mm-hmm.
and Jim X himself and Baby Goth is like, they'll have a couple songs, like, yeah, that's all right,
Mm-hmm.
but like, they don't have no core fan. Like, I don't want to use you as an example, but like, let's just say you in 6 months at the rate you're going,
Yeah.
probably have a more like down to the core solid fan base than Jamex. Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, people
Mm-hmm.
aren't really what they seem. Like, so many people buy their fucking streams and shit. Like,
I
it's
hate that shit
retarded.
so much
Buy
because
streams, buy
yeah.
likes. Like,
All right, I'm not gonna talk to anybody specific, but people are so low, and people are so desperate for the feeling of like, good job, bro, you did good, love you, bro, like, you're awesome, that they go out and buy, like, this person 100,000 Spotify streams, and they're gonna come to me and say, look, I've got 100,000 Spotify streams. What the fuck do you have? No, you don't, bro. You have 3 people that listen to your shit. And because, all right, what happened? He had, I think, 167 streams that, like, this one night, and then the next night he had 100,000. I said, what? How do you go from 100, which is not even like, I'm not gonna like sound selfish or arrogant, but I mean, not even like a day's worth of streams for me. But then you're gonna shit on me because you just bought 100,000 streams. Like, come on, dude. Don't like anybody that wants to, like, if you're listening and you're thinking about buying anything, streams, followers, likes, comments, views, anything, don't do it, because all it will do in the long run is just fuck you.
yeah.
Because if, let's say you're going to get signed by this label, and they take a look at your Apple, no, I'm going to say SoundCloud because most people are starting off with SoundCloud. They look at your SoundCloud and they say, wow, you're doing pretty good. You got hundreds of thousands of plays. You're doing pretty good. But where's the fan base? Where's the support? Where's all the people that listen to it? And you're not going to know what to say, because obviously you're not going to tell these people you buy your shit. So you're just going to be like, oh, I don't know. So don't buy anything. Let everything come naturally, and trust that if you deserve it, and if you're deserving of 100,000 subscribers or likes or views, then you will get it. If you don't deserve it, then you're not going to get it. So always keep that in mind if you're listening and you've ever thought about buying anything. Don't. I can't stress it enough. Don't. And if you are deserving, again, if you are deserving of 10,000 followers or 20,000, it will come to you naturally. You don't have to do anything. It will come to you. I promise you.
I think a funny thing about people who buy their streams and stuff is it's hard for me. It makes my job a little bit more difficult because I'll have people, like, obviously if someone has a better fan base or better plays or something, I'll be more prone just to reaching out to them or not really doing attacks or anything. But some people will like hit me up and be like, blah blah blah, this, that, and the other. I'd be like, well, this is how much it's gonna cost you to come on, and they'd be like, well, look at my plays, and they'll have like 30K plays on a song with like 30 likes. I'm like, that like, buy some likes too if you're gonna buy your plays, bro. Like
at least make it look organic. Yeah.
I have like 2 comments and they're just fire emojis. I'm like, bro, what the fuck on?
Yeah, or like their Instagram has 20,000 followers, but they have 4 likes, and the comments is a hard eyes.
Literally 40 views on a video.
Bro.
That's the easiest way to tell. That's the easiest way is to look at views on their videos, because that's something I don't really even know if you can buy Instagram video views. Probably.
I don't know how you would, because how are you gonna get thousands of people to look at it? I don't know. It's a fucked up business. I don't know, bro.
But another thing too, I mean, you mentioned like a label or something, some scenario like that, but in like short run, long run, it actually messes with your algorithm, because if you have a bunch of fake followers who are never going to be interact with your post, then that doesn't, because when you post something on Instagram, the algorithm will show it to a few people, and if those few people fuck with it, like it, comment on it, then it'll show it to more of your followers. So if you have a bunch of fake followers, then it's not gonna do anything. It just screws you over.
Damn, I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, that's how
Like,
the algorithm.
I actually didn't know that. That's crazy.
I actually learned it last
So,
night.
damn. Like, I knew that before, that like fake followers aren't gonna like anything, but I didn't know there was like a whole like
Oh,
algorithm shit. Like,
yeah,
damn.
there's a whole ass algorithm, like crazy. And then if your followers or whatnot, like after it goes down so many like sets of followers that actually interact with your shit, then it'll start putting you on the explore page for whatever. And that's how it kind of works, I guess. If that
I
makes
don't
sense
know.
to you.
Yeah, it does. Like, I can wrap my head around it, but I don't know. Again, if you're listening, if you've ever thought about it, don't buy anything.
Do not
Remain
buy
organic.
your streams. So, is there anything that, I mean, just besides your hard work and just like your raw emotion into your music? Actually, I'm gonna ask you something else. Do you like Joji? Because your style and your music reminds me a lot of him.
I've never really gotten into his music, but I'm more into Pink Guy, Filthy Frank type shit.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. That's just hard. But people have told me that, like, they say I look like Joji, I sound like Joji, and I'm like,
You don't
all
look
right.
like Joji.
I mean,
That's far.
I mean, when people come up with that, I go and listen to it, and I'm like, yeah, I guess so. But when anybody like comes and just straight tells me you sound like Joji, like that's sort of, I'm like, no, I sound like SuprxmeBG, I sound like me.
Yeah.
But I mean, I respect like that you asked, because it's like it's a known thing, I guess. But I mean, it's a good question, because I'm not really influenced by him, but I guess I would hear the similarities and shit like that. But
Just kind of like the real slow melodic.
yeah,
kind of
the
like
lo-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lo-fi is really like low-key popular as fuck. Like so many people are inspired by lo-fi, and I found it by
it's
myself.
coming up pretty fast too.
Like I was just watching like a stream, like I was trying to relax, and then it came up on YouTube like a 24-hour lo-fi stream. I was like, this shit's pretty chill. My friend likes it more than I do, and I showed him. But how would you say like your recording process is? Like, what are some of the things you do to kind of get yourself in the mood to write a song?
Well, fun fact, I don't write songs.
Okay.
Yeah, I just I guess most of the time when I'm at home and like an idea comes to me, I sprint to the studio, I guess, and just put it like right down on the track instantly. And the recording process, okay, I don't want to say I've messed with different genres, but like I don't know if you have, but if you stayed, like, if you've paid attention, I guess, I dropped a song last week called I Hate School. It's this super, super hard, distorted.
I checked it out.
Yeah, and it's doing really good right now. But it's like, it's just this crazy, like, mumble rap song. And then this coming Friday, I'm making this like alternative sound, like, feelings singing song. And
that shit's gonna go dumb, I swear.
I hope so. But the processes are different with every, I guess, mood of each song, because the I Hate School, that probably took me less than 10 minutes to record. Like, the mixing process is different, but recording, that took me less than 10 minutes. But this song, not last night, but the one that's coming out this Friday, that took almost all night to record and to perfect, I guess. But you said writing songs. The only songs I've written are the ones that have been really like the song I said earlier, You Can't Hurt Me, I'm Numb. That was written. I've got the song called The Cold Interlude. It's basically like addressing like the problems with like family shit and just basically getting everything out. That was written. But I've just starting to think that writing is just sort of wasted time to me. And people are going to hear that and they're going to be like, oh, what a clown. Like, I promise you, some shit that I can just freestyle straight off my head, like just close my eyes and just say some shit, will be 2 times better than what you just wrote on the notes in your phone. And I mean, I say that humbly, but I don't
like
mean
that
to, like,
confidence.
because it's like once you believe that you can do it, you can literally do anything.
Yeah,
So,
literally. It's crazy.
yeah. So like if I sit here and believe that I'm going to make this top 100 song and not even write it, then I'm going to do it. But like right now, I don't personally believe that I can do that. But once I do psych myself out and I believe that I'm going to do it, then I'm going to do that shit. Like, seriously.
I mean, here's how I think about confidence. Like, I mean, there's a big line between, you know, being confident and just like being a dickhead. But like, if like you gotta speak some things into existence, don't you? Like,
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird thing, kind of like with society. Now, you mentioned that you were 16. Are you doing school or are you just doing music?
Yeah. I'm still in school. I'm a junior in high school.
That's dope. That's dope. Now, do the kids at your school know about what you do?
Yeah, they know, but I mean, they just call me the SoundCloud rapper in math class or some shit. Like, nobody really knows that it's as big as it is and that it's as deep as it is, but they know what's going on.
Following on Instagram?
Yeah, but they don't think anything of it. Like, they just, all right. Like I told you in our Instagram DMs, like the environment here is just grimy and just not motivating at all. Like I said, because like I said, these people, they see it, they don't care though, because all they know is NBA YoungBoy, Migos, like shit like that. They don't open their minds. Everyone here is so small-minded and so limited, and it's just, I feel like I'm such an outsider here because I'm aware. I know what's going on, and I've seen so much shit. I've been through so much shit, and I just have like shaped my mind to just be so much more open than almost literally everyone here. And again, I say that humbly because I don't want to say that like I'm so much better than all these people, because I'm not. I'm not better. It's just the thinking process between me and all these different people. Like, that's the reason I'm doing this, and they're just going about like sheep, like zombies, just going through school, not doing anything with their lives. Exactly. And it's just like, open your mind. Think like the world's changing. Like, get on it. And people don't really do that unless you enlighten them, which is, like I said, I want to do. I want to like have thousands of followers that listen to me, and I can show them that the world is so much more bigger than you can imagine. And you can literally do anything that you imagine. And it's just not like that around here. So
I'll tell you a crazy thing about like people like that is that they'll spend high school busting their ass just so they can get into college, and then they'll fuck off all of college, or you know, probably like the first year party out just like everyone else does. I mean, that's what happens most of the time with people, and that's just wasted money, like dead ass. Chase your dreams, boys and girls. Chase your
if
dreams.
you're listening, chase your goddamn dreams. Pave your own path. Don't let anyone tell you that if you don't go to college, you're a failure. That is very wrong. And don't let anyone tell you, oh, my bad, were you
No, go ahead.
All right. Yeah, like I said, pave your own path. Don't let anyone tell you if you don't go to college, you're a failure. Or don't let anyone tell you that what you're doing and your dreams are wrong. Because people, like I said, the person in the room right next to mine has told me that my dream is impossible, and that I need to focus on school, and that I need to stop clowning around. Like, people will tell you that, and you cannot let that get you down. Because, like I said earlier with the marathon analogy, like, you're on your path, and people are going to get in the way. But you can't let that shit stop you, bro. I promise. Like, if you do, then you're mentally weak.
Let it make you stronger.
Exactly. Let all of the obstacles and let everyone and all the words, let that just build you up and just explode past everyone that wants to stop you.
Hell yeah. And like, don't think like when you start your own thing that nobody's going to have nothing to say or everybody's going to support you, because people are going to feel mixed about it. Some people are going to fuck with it. But then when it comes to a big social situation, they're going to be dickheads about whatever you're doing. But don't let that shit stop you, because when someone hates on you, it just shows that they're envious of you or jealous of you because you're actually doing your own thing. And that's what I found, is that
Yeah.
people fucking hate on you and dog you just because you're doing your own thing. And they're just, I don't know. Like, it's weird to think about my life, like, before I started actually becoming, like, a creator and, like, journalist, would you say, you know?
Yeah, you're a journalist, yeah.
And people, like, it's just like, what the fuck was I doing before? Like,
Exactly,
just floating in an
bro.
abyss?
Yes.
Like, you're just floating in an abyss, like,
You're just one of the
waiting to
millions of
die.
people. Yeah. You're just one of the millions of people that are sitting there doing what their parents tell them to do.
Fuck millions, billions.
Billions, bro, that are just literally just going through life as zombies, doing what everyone tells them to do. And if you keep doing that, you're just going to end up one of the gravestones. Like, nobody's going to remember you. Nobody's going to be like, oh yeah, that's Michael. What did he do?
Plumber.
Yeah, he was a plumber. What a great life. I want them to look at me. Let's say my name is Michael. I want them to look at me and say, oh yeah, that's Michael from that town over there. He actually did something. He was pretty big. I look up to that guy. I want to teach my kids about that guy. Like, I want to be that dude. I don't want to be, yeah, Mike. Wow, he graduated high school and became a plumber. Hope the family's doing nice. Like, that's
famous.
Yeah, like that's so like simple. I hate simple.
Some people, that's all they strive for. So, I mean, I don't down anybody that doesn't want to do shit, because it just leaves more room for.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna leave that out. Let's say, like, you do want to be a plumber. Go be the best plumber that the world has ever seen, Michael. Like, I gotta say this. I can't leave it out. If you do want to go to college, then do it. I'm not saying don't go to college or don't go to school. If you do, and if what you want to do requires a college education, then go get your damn college education, bro. Go work your ass off at college. Go do everything that you need to do. Just do what you want to do. Don't do what people force you into doing. So if you want to be a lawyer, go be a lawyer. If you want to be a technician, go be a technician. Earn your degree. Earn your certificates and everything you need to do, and build connections, and just do what you want to do. I'm not going to leave that out. Do what you want to do. That's the main goal.
That's
just
all life's all about, is doing what makes you happy. Like,
right.
If school shit don't make you happy. But it's hard for that, because, like, some people will go to school and, like, those who finish will be happy with what they get, but they're just fucking miserable for the whole time.
Yeah.
And, like, that's where it really, like, because it's just one of those things where it butts heads. Like, I don't know, it's hard to. I'm not gonna go into it.
Yeah, you don't have to. But my mom, she graduated high school and went on to get a bachelor's in business, and that was absolutely useless. She ended up making most of her money cutting people's hair. I mean, and now she's on the streets. So, like,
damn.
Look at it that way. She went on amazing grades through high school, amazing grades through college, did exactly what she wanted to do, did what her parents wanted her to do, made everyone proud, got her college degree to go be I think she wanted to be an accountant. So she went out and got these degrees, and now it's all down the drain. And all that shit's gone.
Probably that's too.
No, I don't even think she has a credit card, but she's not in debt. But
that's what happens with college a lot, bro.
No, my grandparents paid for it though.
Oh, okay.
They did that. They did that with all their kids. They paid for them to go to college and shit.
That's fucking dope.
Yeah, but I was gonna say,
if my parents had the money to send me to that shit, I probably would go. I'd probably go for something related to this.
Yeah, like I'm pretty sure there's journaling classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, shit like that. But
the thing about journalism though is, like, I'd like to know, like, if I'm intrigued by something, which I'm intrigued by your music and just your whole image and stuff, so that's why I reached out to you. But, like, I like to know as little as possible before I go in, because
the
person who knows the most is always the person who knows the least, if you know what I mean.
Person who knows the most. That's interesting. Elaborate on that. What do you mean?
Say you're talking to somebody, and you guys talk about 10 different subjects. 5 subjects you know a lot about, and those 5 subjects you know a lot about. That person was talking to you. He acted like he knew a lot about those things, so he just looked fucking stupid in front of you, rather than letting you talk and talk about those subjects that you knew very well, he decided to talk, or she, or whoever the fuck. So that's why I like to go into conversations knowing as little as possible, because I like to learn, and that's a lot of things.
Right,
People don't like
yeah.
to listen. Everybody feels like they have to talk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's really good to live by. Like, just wanting to go in and learn rather than speak.
Yeah. That's always the people who, you know, make it out the furthest, if you really think about it. Like, people who keep their fucking mouth shut. That's what I always learned. Just keep your mouth shut, man. I feel like that's going to be bad for, I wouldn't say bad, but like, towards like, when shit really starts popping off. Like, I'm not going to be one of those journalists to be like, well, did you fuck that one? Or just something. I'm not about
just
the
trying to start
scandalous
controversy.
shit. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
about the scandalous shit. Like, I want to know, like, you know, why the fuck you sung that song, or like why, or like how your childhood, you know what I mean? Like, that's one of the main things I always talk about, and like that's what molds people into the adults they are.
Exactly.
What really pisses you off?
Really pisses me off. I know what I'm talking about. You know what really pisses me off, Mystery in the Sky podcast?
What's that?
People wanting to be other people.
Elaborate.
And people trying to give off the vibe of other people and trying to basically to partake the image of someone else. And it's sort of happening to me when people like try to, okay, because something I'm always going to preach, and that I'm always going to say, no matter how big or how far I go, I'm always going to tell people to be yourself. Okay, most people say be unique. Most people say try to be different and try to stand out. But in that, you're being the same as everyone else. Because think about it, everyone wants to be different. Everyone comes out and they say, okay, how is my song going to sound different? How am I going to be unique? But I see that and I say that's wrong, because everyone wants to be unique. So if everyone wants to be different, then they're all the same, you know? And so
got a bunch of different ass people.
Exactly.
I know what you mean, though.
But what I'm saying, rather than being unique and different, I'm saying be yourself. Because in the end, and everyone comes together, everyone in this community, everyone comes together and they're just looking at each other like, wow, we're actually a lot alike. And that's how you differentiate people, by how they came up. Did they come up sounding like trying to sound like someone else, or did they come up trying to sound like just expressing themselves? Because, okay, I like to go live on Instagram and just like talk to them. And this one time, someone came up asking me, what are my my mixing, like what do I do like with the mixing process? And I said, I'm not going to tell you. I'm not gonna let that out. Because the way I look at that is, if someone's asking me, then obviously they want to sound like me. And I do not fuck with that at all. Like, I appreciate people looking up to me and like liking me to this extent that they want to sound like me. But like, that's a good feeling. It warms my heart. But it's like, it's not going to get you far. Cause like, if you come out wanting to sound like who's coming out sounding like a fucking Gunna. I've seen a lot of people no, not even Gunna, X. I don't know why I haven't brought this up earlier. Everyone come out trying to sound like X, bro. Everyone come out trying to sound like him. And it's just, that's not going to get you anywhere. Like, it's going to bring you buzz. It's going to bring you numbers, because everyone's going to be like, oh my God, this guy sounds exactly like X. Let's go listen to his music. And like, it's going to give you plays and shit, but it's not you. Like, that's not who you are. You're just manipulating that person's sound and making it yours. And I just don't fuck with that at all. So just be yourself.
See, and that kind of goes back to what we were talking about earlier with how people are afraid to be themselves. They're afraid to kind of do their own thing, because, you know, there's people who are biting X's style and his flow nowadays. Like, they're doing their own thing, but like at the same time they're not, because it's a comfort to them. It's like, you can't do things in comfortability. You know what I mean? Like, If you're gonna do something just to be comfortable with it, don't do it. Like, seek discomfort is like one of the biggest things I've learned the past year. Like, do things like out of your box, man, and then most of the time you're gonna find that that thing is not really that bad or like had no reason to make you uncomfortable in the first place.
Yeah. And with that, like going on a song and being like, hey, like all this shit that X used to do, that's not uncomfortable for people. Like people will just go in the studio and do that and rake in thousands just because they sound like him. Like that's normal for people. Like people just go in and do that. And that's just, it's like, it's so wrong especially because he's like, why would you bite a dead man's sound? Like, it's just such fucked up situation. And it's just growing, bro. Like with time, it just grows. And all these young people that are coming up, like all these kids that come into doing it, they're just trying to sound like other people. And that's just not the way it's supposed to be. And like I said, when like I get a bigger platform and when I get more people to listen to me, I want to tell them, don't come out trying to sound like anyone else. Just be this raw energy that everyone's attracted to. And if they're not attracted to you, then music's not for you. Like if you're just there and all right, let's say you make 2 songs. One song sounds like X. One song is just purely you. And one song is just all your expression. Do it anymore. Because as you can tell, people don't like obviously, okay. When I was, last summer, I broke up with this girl and we were together for like 2 years and 7 months, 2 years, 7 months.
Damn.
And it was really, 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 really hard for me. And it's just like, I was really into like the laws of the universe and the, like the most popular, the law of attraction. If you deserve something and if you believe that you are something, if you believe that you are the next big thing, and if you deserve to be the next big thing, then you will. But if you don't deserve it and if you don't believe it, then you're not. So like if you come out and say that I'm gonna be the next X, I'm gonna go out and talk to people and call them and shit like fucking Vro. People that come up and call their fans Vro. Like, come on, man. But like those type of people are just not going to succeed. Like it's temporary success, not longevity. And people aren't looking at that right now, and that's what I feel like is sort of an advantage with me because, like I said, I hate looking towards the future. But let's say I do die, I have so much music that will live on, because my greatest music, my most beautiful music, my most sonically pleasing music is not even out yet. Like that, I'm saving that shit for when I get the chance to put it out on a bigger platform. But it's just these people that want to sound like everyone else. They will receive short-term success. So if you come out and you want to sound like X, sure, do it. But you're going to only succeed for a couple months, and you're just going to go downhill because everyone gets tired of it.
But if you're yourself.
Yes, if you're yourself and you have your own creative energy.
Not short-term.
Exactly. You can create as much as you want and sound exactly how you sound, and you'll last forever. And then the greats will tell you that.
The track runner.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to bring that up again, but you're right.
Yeah. People know. They get it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. So you smoke weed, man?
Only sometimes. With my friends. Doing cool shit.
Doing bad shit.
Doing bad shit. Yeah.
Weed. Getting in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't know who's. Yeah.
I got you. But I got you.
Yeah, I mean, we have fun, we do shit, but I try not to get like really deep into drugs because we didn't talk about I don't guess we have to, but like I try not to like I said, I don't really try to get in big into drugs because my family's naturally got an addictive personality.
Same.
Yeah. Like my dad, he's schizophrenic.
Oh shit.
Like he has schizophrenia, yeah. And he smokes weed to like calm it down, I guess. But he ended up being addicted to not addicted to the actual marijuana. He got addicted to the feeling it gave him. And so he's addicted to that and cigarettes. And like my mom, the reason she is where she is today is because she was addicted to pain pills, opiates. And that just ruined her life, bro. Same thing with like her 3 kids, bro. Like just an addictive personality can ruin your entire life. So I just do my best to stay away from it.
Tell me if this is too personal to ask about your mom, but was she in any sort of accident or did anything happen before she started using that a lot? Like, was she prescribed it is what I'm asking. Like, did they prescribe it to her because she got to a car wreck, had an injury at work, et cetera, et cetera?
Mm-hmm. No, she wasn't. But, I mean, it was more, nothing ever really happened physically, I guess. But a couple years ago, before all this shit happened with me and my family and everything, she was in this like super, super toxic relationship. This dude was hurting her so bad. And she was just so down and depressed. And she eventually just turned to drugs to numb her. And so I guess if you want to say like a mental accident, which I guess that's not really like, that's not what you were asking, but I guess, yeah, she went through some type of traumatic experience that basically led her on to being an addict. Yeah.
Well, with some of my family members, I'm not going to name anybody specifically, but I know one that was in a car accident and they got fucked up, like their back or leg or something, and they prescribed them this pain pill, and then whenever that script was out, they were addicted to it, and they had to find it, so they'd do anything to find it.
Mm-hmm. So, exactly. That's what she did. She get caught up with the wrong people, just looking for the pills, and that's what brought us down. Because I wish we got into this earlier, but because people are probably tired by now listening to this shit. They're probably in an hour. They're probably tired. But
the real ones will be here.
Yeah, the real ones, the people, my people. I know y'all are here. I know they're listening. But like I said, she would just get caught up in the wrong people looking for the pills, and that's what would bring us. Okay, so for the summer of 2015, that was the worst and the longest summer I've ever been through. Because early in the summer is when everything happened. That's when the family services came to us, took us away, put my mom away, took us to some remote people, and everything happened. But then we reconnected, but it was only temporary. And for that temporary time, we were homeless. And we didn't have a home. We weren't going to school. I mean, it was the summer. Of course we weren't going to school, but like we weren't doing anything. We were just scraping by, just had no money. She was stealing, going in and out of jail, just trying to get food for us, and like literally sacrificing everything just to get some bread. And like, I don't mean like actual bread. I mean like nigga, food bread, like sandwich bread.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, like we were homeless, and that was because she was just so caught up in her own addiction that she couldn't put her family first. And if she's listening to this, I'm sorry. I'm obviously putting her business out there, but it's part of me. Like it's what put me here, and that's what's like taught me so much today. And it's taught me to put people before yourself, because that was her first mistake. She put herself before her own children. She put her own addictive personality before everyone else. And so that's taught me to do the exact opposite, because we were homeless, bro. Like we would get into hotels and stay an extra night, or like sleep in the lobby, or sneak into hotels. We were literally skipping hotel to hotel to hotel because we had nowhere to go. Like we had no home. We had nothing. And I hate that. Like I don't want anybody to go through that. And so that's like, that taught me to put others before myself, because if I do that, then hopefully I will never become this super doped up fiend that doesn't care about anyone else.
Fuck that
But
shit, bro. I can
exactly.
definitely relate to you directly. It's just
Yeah.
like seeing people close to you and that you love go through that shit and just being like, that's not for me.
Yeah.
But I'm the type of person, you know, I smoke my
Mhm.
weed.
Yeah. I mean, you do you. You know, it's whatever. Like, obviously, you're not some trashed out
Strung
rat.
out.
Yeah. But I mean, everything's taught me a lot. And the thing, like, my dad, he was homeless for years, and my mom's homeless to this day. She walks everywhere. People at school come up to me and they're like, "Dude, I saw your mom in the street." And I'm like, "Yeah, she was just doing some shit." Because I'm like, I don't want to tell people that. I don't want to go out and, I mean, I hope nobody like I trust my people. I trust that they're connected with me. They they feel me enough to not like judge me upon this. And if you do, then fuck you. Don't listen no more. But it's like, what was I saying? Fuck, what was I saying?
It's about your mom and like
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah,
peoples.
yeah, yeah. That I don't want people, like, I don't want people to know about that shit. Like, when I get bigger, I'm gonna spread it so much, and my mom's gonna hate me for it, but because I know people go through this. Like, I know people have like these problems. I know people, but everybody's so like alone. Nobody wants to talk about it. And I'm here talking about it on your podcast, bro. Like, I'm here literally putting pain into words and putting experiences into a couple words, because I know that other people go through it, and I want to let them know that I'm here and that I can directly relate to you if you do that. And just any advice that I have for anyone going through that, if you're currently dealing with like any type of emotional restriction or pain or anything, just stay in tune with yourself and your soul and the universe and the things around you. And when all like worst thing comes to worst and bad comes to the batter, and just everything gets so far down, and when you're low, like I'm almost 17 years old, and I can say that I've probably already been in the lowest part of my life. And like, it's very ignorant to say, because I haven't, like, I'm aware that I'm young. I'm still a little dude. I'm still like young, but like, it's just like, I know how it feels to be so low, and I don't want anybody else to go through that. So any advice, like I said, stay in tune with yourself, with your soul, and everything around you, because every storm runs out of rain, I guess, and because like, that's what I like to think about it as a storm, you know. Like, once there's a huge hurricane, there's always a sunny day after it. And
Yeah.
you just, I don't know. I don't want to like get emotional with it, but just trust that there's always light at the end, because I promise there is. And even if, exactly, always. And even if it's like your partner in your relationship did you wrong or whatever, and it's got you so low, like, eventually, like, I guess we can take the turn. Like, eventually heartbreak does happen. And like, so does like betrayal. Like, I've been through all shit like that, like being completely forgotten by someone you thought cared about you. And like, I understand that it's like an aching pain, like not like a, oh, I'm going to go cry about it and I'll be okay. It's like a in your chest type pain. It's like in your heart type pain. It hurts. I know. Yeah. And like, whether it be a boyfriend, a girlfriend, or even just like a friend, like a best friend, and somebody like takes your heart out and just like breaks you. I know it hurts, but you have to always believe that like there's light, and you're broken, and you're going to turn into this, because think about it, like, everybody does it. Like, somebody just hurt you, you're going to turn into this cold, evil person, someone who disregards other people's feelings. But instead of acting like the victim, they're now the attacker. And nobody needs to take that turn. I just want to tell you, like, if you're at the bottom of your life and there's nowhere to turn, Like, wipe your tears. You're cool. Like, I promise you, like, you can do it. You're strong. Like, you deserve it. You will be happy. Like, everyone deserves to be happy, obviously. Like, people will hurt you. You'll be at the bottom of your life. But nothing will destroy you. Nothing will kill you. And even if it is pain, physical pain, it's not going to kill you. Like, all pain is temporary. Like, you're cool. And, like, with time, you'll realize that, like, let's say, like, with the breakup thing, you'll realize that the person you thought that you needed when you were young, they don't mean shit to you when you're an adult. Like, high school heartbreaks.
No.
Exactly, bro. And, like, you're an adult, you can, like, confidently say, like, high school relationships, like, middle school relationships, they're not going to mean shit to you when
None
you're
of
an
them
adult.
bitches mean shit. My last relationship didn't mean shit to me.
Exactly. And, like, the same person, yeah. And the same person you thought was your whole world will be nothing but a memory. And, like, that's what you have to believe, that, like, there's light. Again, there's light. And don't let those people see you fall, because you're so much better than that, and you're worth so much more, and you deserve light. Everybody deserves light, because I hate to see anybody in pain. Like, I'm never gonna look at somebody in pain and walk away. Like, if I ever see, I try to do it sometimes. I haven't, but, like, if you ever see, like, a homeless person, like, on the bench, go up and talk to him. Like, just say, like, yo, what's up? Like, how you feeling? Like, you need a meal. Like, let's go to McDonald's or some shit. Like, let's say you're the last person that they saw before they committed suicide. Think about it. Like, this homeless person had nothing. They were sleeping on a bench, and they saw you walk by them and didn't regard them. So that gave them the feeling that they're alone, that they're worthless. So if you ever see somebody in pain, anybody that's listening, even you, just, if you see somebody in pain, encourage them that there is light and that there is clarity, and you're not worthless.
It's true.
Like,
Nobody's
you deserve
worthless.
life. Yeah.
Everybody
I
has
just
worth.
rambled. How long is that? Damn, I just fucking talked forever. I didn't mean to do that. My bad, bro. Like, if you have,
Nah, you're straight,
Yeah.
bro. Do your thing. That's what I have people on here to do. If I didn't like hearing people talk, and I like other, like, perspectives and aspects of life. If I didn't like doing this and listening to people, then why would I? You know what I mean? Why even bother?
And I didn't want to, like I told you, I didn't want to come out here and be some simp that just, like, yeah, straight out of Texas, I'm a rapper. Yeah, I got bitches. I got money. I dropped out of school. Like, I wasn't going to come over here and try to front. I wanted to come on here and, like, speak some real shit. Like I told you, like, it's going to, yeah. Like how I told you, it's going to be serious. Like, I didn't want to come on here and, again, be simp. I didn't want to just be simple. I didn't want to.
You didn't, like, it'd be different if you came on here and talked about, you know, stories with your boys, how you guys were, like, robbing people and shit for 3 hours, or, like,
I'm not
however
going to
long.
do
But
that.
you're being positive the whole time. That's why I fuck with you heavy. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why anybody who is listening, if you don't fuck with him 10 times more than you have, or if you didn't know about him, or whatever the case is, like, go fuck with this man.
I appreciate that.
SuprxmeBG.
Truly, I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Are there any
Damn,
shout outs you want to give to anybody? What's up?
I was just telling you, I appreciate you. Shit like that.
Oh yeah, likewise.
Well, when it comes to shout outs, I look at that really deep, because I look at that like, if you shout out first and you, like, put their name out there, and that could go out forever. But just Lil Suicide. Have you heard of Lil Suicide?
No sir.
Look into him. He's from Florida, South Florida, and he's really, really cool. He's probably my only he's one of my only true brothers, true family I have within this music shit. And, like, I also should have gone into that. I wanted to tell you, I'm solely independent with all of this. Like, you haven't seen me. I don't know how long you've been keeping up, because alright, I just want to tell you, like, I've never been, like, I've been offered, like, collectives and to be in these groups and shit, but, like, as you can see, I'm completely solo. Like, everything is me. Like everything, I guess, is me. And the only people, I'm gonna say Lil Suicide, Lul Suicide. on Instagram. And don't let the name fool you. He's really cool. He's not like this some super pseudo depressed type dude. But I love that dude. I love him to death. Jay the Goon on Instagram. Jay the Goon. He's from, where the fuck is he from? West of me. To Arizona. He's from Arizona. And he's also like a brother to me. He's
What did
really
you say
dope.
that guy's name was?
Which one?
The one you just mentioned.
Jay the Goon.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the guy from Arizona.
Yeah, Jay the Goon. He's from Arizona.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, them two. I guess that's it. And obviously myself. Like if you're listening to this and you're from what's your name? I never got your name.
Skylar or Sky.
If you're from Sky's podcast. Damn, that's fucking dope. In the Sky.
Yeah.
That's dope. I wouldn't have ever thought of that. But if you're from his podcast, of course, I guess if I'm allowed to, I'm gonna plug myself on Instagram at ZUPRXME Supreme, and on SoundCloud SuprxmeBG, all other platforms SuprxmeBG, Twitter all capitals SuprxmeBG SuprxmeBG, and same on Tumblr SuprxmeBG. I try to be on all social media just to connect with everyone. Snapchat too. SuprxmeBG, SuprxmeBG, and won't ever get tired of spelling it. Feels nice spelling it.
Thank you for listening to the In the Sky podcast, and thank you SuprxmeBG for coming on, man. It was really dope talking to you and hearing about all your things.
Yeah, again, thank you for this opportunity. It means a lot, for sure.